I was correct. All the theories I had about the story of Exedra, I was right. So there was new info about Exedra that just dropped right now, so as I'm making this video. And basically there were 2 new tweets and a teaser preview that I'm going to take a look at in a second. But first, they announced that there will be a special Exedra news segment that will run as part of a live stream. And it will run on July the 2nd at 8 p.m. JST. And it will feature as guests for that new stream. It will feature Asakura Momo, which is the VA for IROHA, which is going to get very interesting in a second because yes, Magia Record is back and part of Exedra in some way. We'll get to that in a bit. So the VA of IROHA is going to be part of that new segment, as well as the VA of Cube, Emirikato. They will also be part of this new segment. And they also mentioned, as part of this image down here, that they will talk a bit about just Magia Record generally as well, because Magia Record is ending, and they will also talk about what the account transfer function that they just introduced recently from Magia Record to Exedra will actually do, because right now we don't actually know what that thing will actually accomplish for us. We just know that there'll be some sort of account transfer, like data transfer rather, from your Magia Record account, so keep that account logged in. Even after EOS, make sure you still have your login data for that account, like your transfer data. And we can take that data somehow into Exedra. So they said that they will talk about what that function actually does during that news stream. So keep your eye out for that news stream, and then we'll have information as to what we'll actually do with the transfer function. Then the other tweet, which is the more important one, is that they said, hey, we are now finally able to reveal a teaser, a preview video for Exedra that like teases the story a little bit. And this is where I come in, because first of all, I can't actually show the video right here, mostly because I assume it's going to be copyrighted, okay? But on the Discord, which I'm going to link below, by the way, join the Discord. It's going to be the big Exedra Discord, where everyone's already talking about their Exedra theories. And my big theory was that the titular Exedra is this lighthouse that we've seen in the logo for Magia Exedra. I don't know if we can see it, the logo somewhere. But in the logo for Magia Exedra, there's this lighthouse, right? And I assume that this was this Exedra, and this green cube was some sort of curator for this lighthouse. And I also said, as part of a theory, that we play as some sort of unknown random character who gets thrust into random stories, like the fight against Walpurgisnacht, or we get thrown into Magia Record, or we get thrown into some other like Tat Magica spin-off or whatever, and we're going to have to somehow help out the characters resolve the issues, right? And we get sent from the Exedra and then resolve the issues and go back to Exedra and go somewhere else, stuff like that. And that is exactly what the story seems to be from this PV. We play as some unknown character who is a former magical girl, at least she says it. And this, to me, leads into some other theories I'm going to go over later. But yeah, we go to this Exedra, to this lighthouse, and we meet the green cube who is like, I've been expecting you. You need to now go into the memories of the magical girls and then help them out and do stuff. And it shows us some of these memories right here. Of course, scenes from Madoka Magia, shows the fight against Walpurgisnacht, but it also shows Magia Record stuff, because we see IROHA here. So with the IROHA voice actor being part of the news reading soon, it seems to me like, yeah, the Magia Record universe will continue to play a part in Magia Exedra in some way. We don't know exactly how, but it will be actually part of Exedra. Okay, so what else was in here? So they mentioned down here in their links something rather interesting. So one thing I need to mention, if you go through the tweet and you click on the video in the tweet, I think it's actually linking you to the Japanese video, but this is the English video, so this is the official English video. And it turns out that I think the Japanese preview is on the Aniplex channel, but the English preview is on this channel, and this is the official channel. There's also a link from the tweets, and this official channel links to a different Twitter, like an additional Twitter, and it links to an English Twitter for Magia Exedra. And this is, of course, where theory, like, why? First off, why do they immediately have an official English version of the trailer ready with English, like, text? This is an English text right here, like, right? This is supposed to just be a Japanese game. I mean, the channel name is Japanese, but why is there English text here? Why is there English trailer? Why do they have already lined up an English Twitter? Could it be, like, we already assumed that they would be doing a global version at some point, right? Because Pokelabo in the past, for basically every single one of the games, they at some point made a global server, right? It's possible that not only are they going to make a global server for Exedra, maybe they want to do it at release, which would be kind of insane if they have both a Japanese version and a global version at release. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to still do the global version like a few months after release. We don't know yet. But it seems to solidify that yes, indeed, they are already planning on probably doing a English release. But once again, we don't know if it's going to be there at release or sometime after release. Okay, keep all of that in mind. Now, actually, back to the theories that I wanted to quickly mention before I close this video. So, since the character in this preview says, oh, I used to be a magical girl, and with the Exedra having iconography of the law of cycles, I already assumed that in some way the Exedra was tied to the law of cycles, but I didn't really put together how. But this comment from the character kind of puts everything together, because former magical girl, how can you be a former magical girl in this universe? Well, what if you died? Then you'd be a former magical girl, but how can you die and still be around? Yeah, of course, the law of cycles, right? So I assume that the Exedra is like a metaphysical location within the law of cycles. By the way, this is all theory, so this is me theorizing, put on a straw hat or whatever. It's not a straw hat, it's a tinfoil hat. Like a metaphysical location within the law of cycles, and the green cube, which the fan name for this one is currently Guama. So Guama is like an agent of the law of cycles, which we've already seen in Manga Record, where there's a pink cube that is a agent of the law of cycles. So it's probably just an agent of the law of cycles, and it's basically telling you like, hey, there's some shit going on. We need you, a dead magical girl that is now part of the law of cycles, to actually go out there and help these memories come together in some way. And this is, I assume, what the story is going to be. We're some dead girl. You might be able to create your own girl, I don't know. But we're probably some dead girl who's in the law of cycles, who is now being assisted by the curator, an agent of the law of cycles, to go out and basically fix other people's memories in some way. We don't know the actual like details of this, but I have a good feeling that with everything we've seen so far making sense, it sounds like it makes sense, right? It feels like it all fits together, right? So maybe this was actually what the story of Exedra was going to be, which also, once again, as I also mentioned on the Discord, once again, Discord's link is in the description. It's the Exedra Discord in a bit. That this also opens the way to go to any and all spin-offs. Like, we could just go to Tatmaika or Kazumika or all other kinds of spin-off, maybe even Tamura. Oh, that'd be great. So yeah, we could go to all kinds of spin-off, maybe, if this is indeed the setup. So here's to hoping for that. The next news, as you would expect, will be after July the 2nd, when we actually had the big live stream for the new information. I need to worry how I'm going to do that, though, because that is basically the day that I go on vacation for 2 days, and I'm not going to be home. So hopefully I'll be able to somehow make a video about that before I leave town. So that's cool. But yeah, see you until then, and thank you for watching. Bye!